Hey folks, Twisha Christian here. Today, I want to bring you guys a prophetic word about Shiba Inu going over $1. Now, over the last several months, as we've been gathering more information, more and more people are having that same dream or vision or word concerning Shiba Inu being around or over $1. What strikes me, this particular video I'm going to really show you, and he's called the Prophet, is that he has a message about spreading the word about Shiba Inu. And I'm all for burning. It's just me. I feel like the direction God is leading me is for his people to get blessed and to share it with as many people as you can. I don't know if you guys remember, I was talking about this some time ago, and I said, well, there's 300 million people who are invested in cryptocurrency, but there's only 1,126,688 Shiba Inu holders. So that's not very much. And looking how many addresses there are now, 1,189,000. So it wasn't a very much increase since then, considering, all the advertising, everybody posting and talking about it. So instead of burning Shiba Inu, one of the things that we're supposed to do is tell my people about Shiba Inu. And that's what Dr. Maria Conwell was talking about. Tell my people it will reach $1 and then $13. So that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to tell God's people. That's why you're supposed to share those videos. Whether they're from their YouTube or from my YouTube or even here, take this article and start sharing it. And this article will be down below in the description. So you can just copy the link and start sharing it. Tell my people, whether they believe it or not. And look at all the people in the churches that are suffering right now. And if they don't know, so they could be missing an opportunity to get out of debt. Even if if you're somebody who's always burning Shiba Inu, take it and bless somebody with it who's never been involved in cryptocurrency and help that person or people. So listen to the message. It's tell my people. And a lot of people are like, when is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? If God is giving instructions to tell my people, obviously there are people that God wants to bless. You just have to do what needs to be done. Spread the word. And you look at all the people that are hurting out there right now that are looking for opportunities in a way to get out of their situation or to start their business. I'm sure there's more than 1 million people. So that's why I always advocate that we need to increase the holders. While, other people are burning, we're on the other end of that. We are increasing the amount of holders of Shiba Inu. Whatever you do, social media, take this link and post it. Find a video and post it. And people are going to start asking questions about what's going on with Shiba Inu. And you can explain to them that God is getting ready to use it to bless his kingdom. And there are a lot of other cryptocurrencies too, and I understand that. But specifically, we have a lot of strong words about Shiba Inu. So I'm getting ready to play this video for you guys. And it's prophetic pictures that Shiba Inu will go over $1 from the Holy Spirit. And his name is Rick, the Prophet's Prophet. And again, folks, subscribe to these people that I show you so that you can keep up with what's going on. In this moment that we're in right now, it's very important to try to keep up with some of these things. I can tell you right now, folks, I watch very little of TV, and I watch very little of other videos that's not related to or connected to the wealth transfer, because I'm focused. I'm trying to catch up with all this information, folks. There are so many prophetic words that I haven't even got to, that I have seen that maybe not even everybody else has seen. There's a lot out there, and I'm trying to get to all of it. God is waiting. He's waiting for his church to see this message. He's waiting for individuals to see this message. So we need to spread the message that it will reach $1 and then $13, and this is for the kingdom of God. So I want you to listen to Rick and listen to the whole thing, and he's going to share a little bit about that, along with his prophetic word about it going over $1. Yep, so I'm going to go ahead and play the video. TC out.
Hey everyone, this is Rick with the Prophet. So today I want to talk to you about a means I believe that God is providing finances for this next big wave of God. And of course in the title you see Shiba Inu. And I believe Shiba Inu is going to go over $1. I want to talk to you why I believe that. I'm not an analyst. I'm not a technical trade. I might point to the graph a little bit, but God has given me pictures, insight, sometimes just a notice that something's going on. So God speaks through many ways. And anyways, I'm going to show you why I think Shiba Inu is going to be a coin or a cryptocurrency that's going to make many wealthy. So, all right, so back in last year, it was literally about a year ago, I learned about cryptocurrencies through a friend. He said, hey, have you ever looked at this? And so I learned about Bitcoin, and of course, Bitcoin in the $30,000, $40,000 range. I'm well, I can't afford that. That's kind of crazy. But then I got looking at other smaller market cap coins, and Shiba Inu came up, and I'm like, oh, no, that's a nice, interesting looking coin. It's decentralized, community driven, and I thought, that sounds like the heart of God, and that sounds like the heart of the young people right now, that they really want to seek and hear what God, and they want to have some control over their lives. And so I felt this is going to go somewhere. And it was 5 zeros, I don't know, maybe in the 80s when I first started looking at it, I don't remember. Anyway, so I went ahead, and I don't have a lot of money to deal with. I've been in ministry for years, in missions and back and forth, and so I don't have thousands or tens or hundreds of thousands. I had $100, or I think maybe even a little more I put into it. And so, of course, there's excitement, you learn something new, and you think, wow, and so you check it all the time, and well, time went on, and I felt the Lord say, it's a tree, let it grow. So as time went on, more and more, and then all of a sudden the market dropped. And we're in May, and we're in June, we're in July, it's way down. And so I was able to buy some more at a lot cheaper rate. But as time went on, I just kept getting this word from the Lord. It's a tree, just let it grow. Don't worry about it, it'll come. And so with that, I get up early in the morning, I have my quiet time, and I would go out on this balcony. I was in a condo, and I would not turn the lights on. I would have a quiet time in the dark. And there's a particular young sapling tree that I felt when God said, it's a tree, just let it grow. It's a young sapling, let it grow. So I'm looking at this tree out in this field, and this went on for maybe a month or so. And then one day I'm out praying at night, or in the morning at 4 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning. And I see a light come on. And I'm like, who just turned on a light? And my back was to it, and I turned and I look out in this field, and there's a white light over top of this tree. It wasn't just directly on the tree, it was a little bit larger than that. So it wasn't like it was kind of like a flashlight, but different. It was a white light. And I'm looking, and I'm leaning out over the railing going, where is the source of this light? And the light was a vertical down light. It was not at an angle. And that tree was about maybe 20 feet from the building. I didn't see an angle light, and this light stayed on that tree until daylight. So I went down, I kind of looked around the tree. I'm like, what do I do? Is this like Moses in the burning bush? Anyways, I got that sense God was putting a light on this tree in a reference to Shiba Inu. I'm not joking. Okay, why didn't I take my camera out and take a picture? I don't know. So what you have right now is my testimony. You can choose to believe me or choose not to believe me. That's fine. But as time went on, I started to get pictures of Shiba Inu. I started getting pictures of things. And so I'm just going to show you, there was a season when when Shiba Inu was way down over here, and it started to spike, and then it flattened out again. So it was in this area here, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm looking at that, and then all of a sudden I wake up one morning in the middle of the night with this picture, a picture of a dog in a spacesuit. And I woke up thinking, what a stupid picture. Literally, I'm thinking, what a stupid picture. What is this? So later, I fell back to sleep. I woke up later, and I'm like, oh, Shiba Inu is going to go to the moon. It's going to continue to spike. Now, if you look at the date, I got October 24th written on it. So if we go back to the initial screen, you're going to see that 24th is right in here when it starts to go up, 24th, 5th, 6th, 7th. And if you look at the 8th, now it's important, the 28th, it drops, 29th, it goes up, and then the 30 and 31st, it starts to head down. And that's important. Now I'm going to show you why that's important, because I got more pictures. So I got a picture of this. On the 28th, I got a picture of a spacesuit, a guy in a spacesuit, and it got knocked down, and he got back up again. Then on, I guess it was a 31st here, that I got a picture of a dog sitting on a lap. So I know my pictures are really lame, but they're sketched early in the morning, and they just to get them out. I find pictures when I look for them are easier than my just journal notes. So I looked, and I got a sense that Shiba Inu was going to take a break. And sure enough, it's exactly what happened. From that point on, Shiba Inu started to decline. Now, I had a picture prior to that. I can show it to you if you want, but it was more, I had a picture of a bear swimming in the water towards me. So I sensed that there was a market crash coming, but it was coming from overseas. It was coming from water. But the interesting thing was, there was rose petals all over the water. And I'm like, there's a market crash coming that's going to be a blessing. Well, it wasn't until later till I realized what that market crash was all about. As you can see over here, this market crash has brought Shiba Inu down to, well, it was down to what, $25 for a million. Now it's back up to what, $30-some a million. And so what I've come to realize is that God is moving in such a way right now that he wants to bless his people with Shiba Inu. Now, I'm sorry, I have another thing I want to share with you. I don't believe I wrote it down. I may have sent a text to somebody. I could maybe show you a date and time on it. It doesn't matter because it hasn't happened yet. And one day I was taking some time, and I just took quiet time. It wasn't early in the morning. It was just in the afternoon. I put my feet up. I just kind of clear my mind and say, Lord, what do you want to show me today? And I got a picture of the word Shiba Inu in small text letter, like just a typed out, it was like literally looked like a typed word, Shiba Inu. And then suddenly I saw in a larger font, italicized and bold, I saw 1.82. And that's when I realized God is going to take Shiba Inu over $1. Now the interesting thought is that I keep getting this massive move of God coming, and it's not going to be funded by the Western world alone. It's going to come from all over the world. And it can't be afforded to send a billion people out without having a lot of money to back it up. And I realized Vitalik Buterin sent, I hope I said his last name right, the co-founder of Ethereum, because Shiba Inu, they burned off some coins and they gave him, what, 450 trillion of them. Anyways, he took a portion of it and gave it to India. So India has Shiba Inu as one of their tokens that they're recognized. Mexico is adopting it. El Salvador, South America, Brazil is all adopting it. These are poor people who can't afford, well, Bitcoin for one thing, but they can afford a portion or part of Shiba Inu. Now, they don't need to have a million per se if it goes to $1.82, but if they had thousands or hundreds of thousands, then they also could raise themselves up out of poverty to do this work of God that God's doing. Now, people say there's no way Shiba Inu will ever get over $1 because of the coin market cap. So if you take, what is it, $540-some trillion Shiba Inu coins. Well, if you take the population of the Earth, and what are we over? We're over 7.5 billion right now. I'm not sure exact number, but we know there's what, 1.64 billion in India alone. There's 1.3 billion in China. If you took that, Shiba Inu became adopted as a cryptocurrency around the globe, and everyone bought some. Yes, it can go way over $1. Yes, it could be just as equal to $1 as a US dollar. And yes, everyone could have some. And I think the idea that the coin market cap will never reach over $1 is just, the thinking is they're like, oh, well, that would be worth more than the gold of all the world. That would be worth more than all the US funds, or that would be worth more than Apple. But if it became an adopted currency, you'd have to look at it that it could become much more. So This is my video on why I think Shiba Inu is God's move in blessing and keeping the people of God to help them move forward in this next great wave of God. So blessings to you. If you like this video, if this resonates with you, if you want to share with others, if you want to click like and you want to subscribe, I would be great. Anyways, have a great day. Thank you so much.